Hello, today we have this really cool power couple on, Mike and Celi. We're going to be talking about love and life and work and how to balance all that with family and all the other challenges we encounter. Okay, great. She's here, so let's
Go live.
go live. Invited Celi on. They should join us here in a second. Mike and Celi.
Looks like maybe she
Oh, here we
requested
go.
join.
Accept.
Yay!
Boom. Yeah.
Successful.
Hey,
Hello, good morning. Who's that right there?
Oh, it's the little one. Say hi.
Hey there. Wow, so cute.
Yeah. She just turned a year now, so it's been interesting, balancing motherhood and business and the wellness, getting yourself, in your well-being. But I think kids are like the biggest blessing.
Absolutely.
Wow, so beautiful. So, so I have a ton of things I want to talk about with you guys. You guys are super cool, also super successful and all that. But I'd like to start out with just some introductions. So I'm Brian Richards, the founder and CEO of SaunaSpace. This is Mila. She's our Chief Wellness Officer. She's also, as of last night, my fiance. So
Congrats.
yeah, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super excited.
We're feeling a lot of love over here. And so let's go to you guys. So who are you and what do you do?
Yeah, sure. So I'll start. My name is Arceli Velasquez. I am a female entrepreneur. I own a wellness company. Actually, it's called Biohack Her, and we sell wellness supplements and products. Actually, a lot of why I started the company was back in 2021. I went to a biohacking conference, and I was just super into fitness. And then you realize that fitness is not really wellness, and there's a whole different spectrum to this and longevity, etc. And so now I dedicate my brand to doing that, and then obviously also I coach women to also start their own brands.
Yeah, it's so beautiful what you do, Celi.
Yeah,
It's
it's very fulfilling, and I think that's the biggest thing about life is doing something that makes you fulfilled.
Mm, amen.
And I've seen so many of the stories that you've reposted of testimonies of people that you've personally coached. And I know that you've kind of transitioned out of
Yes.
that, doing the only a few select clients, but they're really empowering stories of basically giving women like feet to stand on and giving them empowerment to
Yeah,
build their own
I think that
success.
a lot of people have passions and ideas like starting a brand, and then they get to it and then they're like, I have this amazing passion, I want to turn it into a business, but they don't know the business aspect of it. They just know their passion, and that's the hard part, turning the passion into actual profit. So yeah, Mike.
Hey guys, I'm Mike. I coach CEO for mindset, biohacking, business, and I have my own supplement company. Been in the field for 17 years. Used to be a trainer, and then I switched from fitness to longevity when I was like 25, 26. So I got Celi introduced in all the biohacking world, and yeah, that's where I met Brian. I took her to a biohacking conference, and then
Mm-hmm. Right,
we started.
it was Dr. Laurence's conference. Or
No,
no,
it was the
before
biohacking.
Before
that.
that.
Yeah, it was before. It was at the biohacking, and then I saw
Mm-hmm.
you at the Dr. Lawrence.
That's
Yeah.
right, that's right, that's right. Wow, yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, once you start going into that world, it's like I've always been into optimizing the human body. So biohacking is part of that, the mind, the brain, the body. So that's what I do for CEOs. Basically, I take them and I get them to the next level so they can have the success that they want and whatever they want, whether it be a family, time freedom, money, and we make sure they achieve it and they're healthy in doing so.
Wow. That's so beautiful that you guys have complementary missions
Yeah,
in the business world.
you guys
Mm-hmm.
too.
Yeah, it's so beautiful how that can manifest in different ways. Like for you guys, you have your own thing that's also extremely aligned. Like you're in the same business, but you're running your own mission. And then
Yes.
for Brian and I, It's also the same mission, but it's in the same
Yes.
business under the same. Yeah.
Which honestly, I think that also it's like that down the line, we definitely want to do that because I think that when two heads work together as one, it's even more powerful. Because of the fact that, I mean, they always say sometimes you can bump heads, you know, but at the same time, it's only making you better. And obviously, it's like two heads are always better than one.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially having the masculine and the feminine balance each other.
I was just going to say that. Yeah, there's an interesting combination that occurs. You know, in traditional corporate culture, it's maybe more masculine. You know, and the men, of course, they can get results and all that. But for me, in the last 2 years or year and a half that Mila's been working closely at like the leadership level, there's been this beautiful balancing effect of all that, like this feminine, not just feminine influence, but just like this balance in our connection and our communication, and seeing everything, you know, like seeing the totality of everything, because we all have our own perspectives. So it's not just two heads. It's this divine masculine feminine balance that we all have this baked in. We're all designed to do this. We're all intended to kind of interact in this way, and we have our own masculine and feminine side. But for me, having you here has, for me, helped me remember that. Like, what is that? How does that look? And that's just influenced everything. Like how we work together at the company, how we talk to our customers, like everything. It's SaunaSpace has been doing this big rebrand that launches in April.
That.
You saw a little bit kind of on the website. It's just like a taste. We have the full thing coming in April. We're super excited about it. But we spent all last year, and still this year we're still like getting there.
Yeah.
And it's been really, really challenging. Not just like a lot of asset creation, but a lot of thought process and like development of who are we, you know, as a brand, and what do we say, and what do we look like, and what are we really trying to do here? What is our purpose? And the conversation, having the input from, you know, masculine and feminine, and not just the two of us, you know, other people on the leadership team are, it's been just totally invaluable. Like if it was another dude that I was working with the whole time, I would definitely be butting heads like a lot.
Yes. Actually, I noticed that, especially with dudes. Like, I think that two men will bump heads more than a guy and a girl.
Yeah.
It's like ego against ego.
Yeah. So let's talk about that a little bit. So you guys both have successful careers, you know, overlapping sort of fields, but you guys are kind of doing your own thing. How do you guys like
Balance.
how do you balance that? It sounds like you guys also work from home somewhat, like
Full-time parents.
and full-time parents, you know. So how do you balance work and personal life, particularly because they're both occurring in the home, you know, together while you're close to each other?
That's a very good question. I feel like it was definitely a shift. So I actually talk about this all the time because before I had Amaya, our daughter, I was working all the time, whenever I wanted. Like, I'm so passionate, and it's like I'm like a workhorse, and I can work just all day long. And I realized that that's not going to work when she came along. And that was like a reality shift for me. I can't just do what I want to do when I want to do it. It's specific times. So I've really focused on with balancing personal and business. It's doing what I can while taking care of her. Let's say, for instance, on her naps, I'm like Speedy Gonzalez. I'm, doing my admin work, doing calls, and then, when she's up, I try to be present. We try to take off of work at, let's say, 7 or 8, and then I have more family time. So actually, I would almost say that it's made me more of an efficient person. Because almost I'll say, looking back, I'm like, did I really need to work 10 hours? You know, it just goes to show that I was just doing stuff to do stuff. And now, as a parent, you become more efficient because you have to.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's like,
you realize what the real priorities are.
yes, absolutely. Now I look back, I was like, why was I doing that? You know, and then you outsource, so you become a better business
Hmm.
owner. You like, I started outsourcing certain things. Now I'm more present during certain times. I know what I can and can't do while she's up, right? Like, let's say while she's down because she makes noise, I'll record my content, but I won't edit it. While she's up, I'll edit it because that's something easy, right? So I think that that's definitely been like the management. We're still working on our dating life because I'll say like it's like I we work and we're always together, which we'll watch movies, we enjoy it,
Hmm.
but it's like as far as going out to dates on as a parent, forget about it. Like we tried going on 2 dates with her and it's like she pooped her pants everywhere. She pooped on me. I was like, oh, this is not how it used to be, you know, when you're single. So yeah, I would say that you learn what's a priority in your business, and you delegate a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And also, even with Mike in his business, it's been different because he also helps me out because we're both stay-at-home parents and
Yeah,
working.
we have like right now we're fortunate to have like a bigger house, so it's like I have my office downstairs, she has her office upstairs, so it's like you make it work. But yeah, with a kid it's challenging, especially like our family, mine is in Canada, ours is in Chicago, so we don't have a break. So with the baby it was like more challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Uh More for her, like I kept my routine most of the, like I still do the hiking, the training, and all that stuff. For her, it was a little bit more because Amaya was very, very needy. Like she wants to be loved all the time, so it's like breastfeeding and stuff. So now she's good. Celi started back training. Yeah, because she can stay with Papa. It's but like training once a week, twice a week, doing at-home workouts. At first, she was crying a lot. So yeah, I mean, if you don't have kids, yeah, it's way easier. Once you have kids, it's like you have to be just like adapting at the beginning. Hey, little mama. And I will say, actually, like, too, like with kids, I feel like mental health became a huge priority of mine. Like in the mornings, actually, like speaking of, with the sauna, that's my number one thing that I look forward to is that 5 to 10 minutes. Like, I'm also multitasking, so I'll literally journal, put my affirmations, do the sauna, do a little workout in between, you know, and that extra little 5 to 10 minutes actually really does set me up for the day. Because if I cannot just wake up and just go like I used to, because it's like I need that like mindset training and just like time for me, even if it's 5 to 10 minutes stretching, doing a little bit, because that really sets a tone. Or else I do feel like I'm like reacting to my environment, like, oh, the baby needs this work, everyone needs something from me. Nervous system regulation is definitely huge for me.
I love that she brought that up because
That reminds me of Melissa.
Melissa's.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had our last IG live guest was Melissa Saunders, and that was a great portion of the live conversation. Is, you know, we're in this month of love, and you know there's all different types of expressions of love. Yes. And what that looks like. But the most important, often the most neglected, is our own self love and making sure that that is completely filled before you pour out of yourself. So that, even like you said, that 5 minutes every morning is so important.
Yep, I was just telling a friend because she had a baby recently, and I would say like, and I've always been into like self-care, like me first, because I understand how important it is. And I have a friend, and she was kind of going through like a tough time, like kind of like feeling depressed, and I was like, when's the last time that you did some movement? When's the last time that you listened to music, like your favorite music? When's the last time that you just went out of the house, right? Because also we forget, because when you work from home and you're a stay-at-home parent, I'll say that you spend a majority of time in your house. Like you actually never leave your house unless it's like groceries or something. And I think that we forget that it's like, aside from like getting 5 minutes of sunlight, you don't have to go out. Like go in the car, put the music on, go to the gym, go to a cycling class, and that 45 minutes, actually when I would almost like, I got into a cycle of saying like, oh, I actually don't have time. But when I made that time, that 45 minutes, I would come back home and get the things that would take me 3 hours to do in like 1 hour, because my mind's in the right place. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's so important, and we talked about that before with Melissa. It seems to be the most effective when you do that in the morning. So right
Yes.
when you wake up, your brain is in alpha gamma, so more of your like spiritual, um, right brain kind of mental state of the state of being. And then as soon as we like look at our phone, start thinking about the day, we switch into beta mode. And and then the day starts, we're in the day and the doing of things. But in the morning, when we wake up, she calls it the sit spot. It could also be the sauna space. If you
What is
just
it
go in there just for
called?
a little
The
bit,
sit spot?
yeah, she calls it the sit spot. Like you make a little spot for yourself with some gemstones and like maybe your glow light or your sauna, and you just take at least 5 minutes and to just either journal or listen to music or you be with your child or whatever, and it really does have a huge like calibrating effect on your day, and it keeping you sane and then when you go and start doing things, you're kind of carrying that state of being, that self-love like into the day.
Yes. Yes. And honestly, even if like you have to, like, my self regulation only lasts me until like midday, before it's like something happens and then you're like, okay, I need another 5. I at least do 2 like breaks, or like, I guess you can call it like acts of mindfulness, because we're doing, but then we don't have like, we're not
Mhm.
mindful. So it's like you take another break, you feel regulated again. Okay, I'm ready to go. So yeah, I think that honestly, in this day and age, people have forgotten so much of like themselves, because they're always just doing, and without intention.
Yeah.
So really taking care of yourself, being mindful, and like doing these practices is definitely everything.
Yeah, so I'd like to actually touch on the sauna a little bit because you're kind of a unique case where you guys, we that's right. I actually came to your guys' house
Yes.
and
In Miami,
in
and
Miami.
they're in
So
Austin now.
right, you guys
Yes.
are in Austin now. So I met Mike and he wanted to try out the sauna space. So I ended up that was a time where I was actually in Florida. So I was like, cool, like I'll come over and I'll set it up and explain it to you and then we'll do some video. And so you guys got set up quite a while ago with that and I know you guys have really enjoyed it and loved it, but what I noticed was that that you guys posted that you got pregnant
Yes.
and you were going to have this baby.
Mhm.
And tell us a little bit about that because it sounds like you use the
Yeah, I
sauna
mean,
space a lot and just sort of give us that unique experience.
the
Yeah.
sauna is like it's cool, that one specifically, because I tell everybody, like, first of all, you can do red light or you can do sauna, so that's cool that you have the option, because some morning I don't feel like doing sauna, so I'll just do my red light, and it's warm, so it's cool. It was really easy to carry. We moved twice so far.
Oh yeah.
So like undoing it, we
Mhm.
moved from the house that you came to another house in the marina in Hollywood, and then we moved to Austin. And like a traditional sauna, first, more expensive, not as good, and it's very, very annoying to travel with.
Yeah.
That one, I
Yeah.
just pack it up, undo it, and the redoing it takes like literally 4 minutes, and then it's all together. So it's like it's super fast, and like there's so many benefits of the red light, but for the baby and the belly especially, like the whole time she's pregnant, I make her do the whole thing. So starting with the red light, the dogs love it too. It's just
Oh, the dogs love
it
it.
heals the mitochondria, which is the powerhouse of your body, the power of your cell.
Hmm.
So by starting with that, it's like if you heal the whole body, and especially for women pregnant and baby, Amaya loves it too. She's always in the sauna. It's like starting your day and starting your health the right way. So it's a
I
lot of people don't do enough of that.
Yeah, I will say too, like red light is known to help with like the skin elasticity and like collagen, etc. I will say I really do attest to this. And it's funny because everyone always talks to me about it, because right after I got pregnant, within like 6 weeks, I went back, like my skin was like back to completely normal as if I didn't have a baby. And I really do believe I did sauna every single day. And like, that's what I attest to it, because so many people do not take care of their skin. And I think that, like, for instance, even in my brand, I had a red light therapy device. It was specifically formulated. It had red light therapy and EMS. So it also tightens, lifts, tones the face. And red light therapy, I think that people forget, like, for instance, it has so many beauty benefits. So many beauty benefits. So I will say that even with like my face, it, I didn't really get like the under eye bags, the stretch marks, like none of that. And my body healed so quickly. And also I think that the sauna is also a big part of that with detoxing. We were sick actually just 3 times this just in the last 6 weeks, which is insane. And I will say we did a lot of sauna to detox as well. But I will say specifically with my pregnancy, that is my favorite thing that I did. I stretched in there. Obviously, you get a lot of inflammation when you're pregnant too. So this overall, I believe, helped my pregnancy journey.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. Yeah, and as far as like radiant skin and the skin looking beautiful, yeah, red light is huge for
Huge.
that. It's really well understood now in the research. But there's also that component of the sauna, of the heat therapy and the detox. Like when you have a lot of toxins inside your body's trying to get rid of it through the skin, and you see that, and like people have skin issues, whether it's bags under the eyes or acne or just blotchiness or whatever. So what I love, part of what I love about what we do is you're combining those two. You're saying, look, let's cleanse the body, let's cleanse the skin, and then let's use the near infrared light, the red light,
Yeah.
and regenerate and reduce inflammation and all that.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget that it's like a lot of what's on the outside is from the inside. Like, for instance, a lot of people are eating a lot of bad stuff. So it's like also it comes up on their skin. And then it's like when you're sauna detoxing and using red light, it's going to help to get rid of all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, also the one of the biggest benefit about red light is removing the adenosine in the body. So in the morning when you feel a little still tired, it's from the adenosine. And a lot of people just kick on caffeine, so they're gonna drink coffee to do that. It's a
Yeah.
habit. So it's like, but like caffeine itself. That's why my mission for the supplement brand is to go against the Adderall and the caffeine. Caffeine kills your brain and puts you in beta brainwave. So when you wake up, you're in the right brainwave state to really set up your life the right way and do the right thing. And then you go right away and stress your nervous system. You don't hydrate, and you fuck up your whole day with caffeine. So the thing is, like, instead, you just go in the red light, you hydrate, you make a hydration drink. I have like spirulina, magnesium, potassium, sodium. You drink that in the red light, and this is gonna actually help your body and start the right way, because caffeine first thing in the morning. Sorry, I was trying to climb on the white bed and the window. She used the pod to climb on the bed and the window.
I love that you brought her in. It just makes this real and approachable aspect to the live. So
Yeah, the
Yeah.
thing, instead of caffeine, it's just way better because you don't have a crash. You just start the day the right way.
Yeah, Mila, why don't you tell us about your caffeine experience? Because you used to drink a lot of coffee and then you switched to a lot of matcha, but now you're not drinking anything.
yeah, it's a rare occasion whenever I ingest caffeine, but it's so interesting because as you cleanse the body and as you get more in touch with how you're supposed to run, you notice things a lot faster. You can sense your own body a lot more clearly. So as soon as I have caffeine, my nervous system is immediately affected. I feel like more anxious.
Because you detoxed it. So the thing is, like, it's like any drug. Caffeine takes more and more and more of it to it. But if you've been detoxing, which it's a detox. It takes 2 to 3 weeks, and if you're an abuser, up to a month, and you'll have brain fog. You'll drop your key. Like you'll be like
most people just go back to
yeah, it's like
the caffeine because they're like, oh, I feel like shit. I don't have energy. Let me just take caffeine again.
That's so interesting. I wonder actually, because I weaned off of matcha. So like even when I was drinking coffee like 10 years ago, it was always a mild caffeine. So it was like 50 milligrams of caffeine versus,
yeah,
you know, like a regular cup of coffee is a lot more than that. Or if I ever had like some type of coffee drink, I'd always like reduce the amounts of shots.
yeah.
Um,
The
or
problem is
have a
not only
decaf
the
or have a
caffeine.
decaf. And I know decaf's terrible for you as well. But even decaf, I will totally notice it. And when I was doing weaning away from it, that I'm so glad that you brought that up because I was feeling all kinds of brain fog
Mhm.
and energy level dips.
Yeah.
And now, like, I feel like that just turned a light bulb on for me because I'm a very healthy person. And I wasn't someone who I would say abused caffeine because I had such a small amount. But I've just become more and more in tune to say, like, nope, it's not aligned with my
Yeah.
body.
Yeah,
On top of
she
it,
had a matcha a rare matcha this morning.
I did. Today was one of those days.
And she's been like a ping pong, like bouncing around the apartment, like
yeah,
I actually have a grounding rock right now because I'm a very Vata energy, so caffeine will just like shoot
Yeah.
me farther into the
the,
stars, and I was like, "Yep,
yeah.
you know."
The thing with any caffeine, so the thing with white tea and matcha and yerba mate will be technically better,
Right.
but it's not in terms of caffeine. Yoda, no, sorry, she gave him a toy. So the thing is, there's theanine inside, and there's like some in the herbs. It helps to regulate the absorption of the caffeine over 8 hour period instead of being like over 1 hour, and then you get a crash from caffeine. But the thing is, every caffeine will create a shock in the nervous system, and they're all equal in terms of caffeine. So they're all bad for you. And
Mm-hmm.
not only that, most people like maybe back in the day because now you're more conscious, but they drink Starbucks, they drink the cheap coffee, they drink coffee with mold, with toxin in it, not the right one. So to actually have like all coffees are dead. That's why like it's, let's say Dave Asprey is gonna be like, oh, I put all those mineral and all that stuff in his caffeine. But Dave Asprey, what he doesn't say is on the other end, when you go to his $20,000 program, they ask you not to drink coffee for a year to optimize your brain. So it's like you're selling coffee on one end, but don't drink coffee. Like I went through 40 years of Zen. There's no coffee allowed for 1 month before, 9 months after, because they know it kills your brain. But there's a demand for
mm,
for coffee. So Dave, what he did is he created a coffee that's better than the market, which is okay. My goal is to eliminate. That's why I use Shilajit. I have the best Shilajit on the market in the United States, and I have Mind Hack that is a 60 nootropic combined, is the best nootropic on the market with mushroom and a bunch of stuff. So it's like if you want to fuel your brain, we have to relearn what we did, because like me, I used to drink enormous amount of caffeine when I was young because you get a kick. It's like you drink a Monster, you drink a Red Bull, you like kick. But at the end, I could drink it before I go to bed, and I was like, okay, it's going to sleep. Because if you take a coffee with an espresso shot, then a Monster, then a pre workout with 300 milligram of caffeine, it's like that's what most people do. And then they're like, oh, my adrenal, and I feel tired, and I feel, yeah, bro, your whole body is fucked. So that's what I do with a lot of my CEO. I look at, like, the thing is, what people don't understand is when you're in alpha brainwave flow state, you're 500% proven by science more productive. So 1 hour of work in alpha brainwave equal 5 hour of work of normal. So when you take your caffeine, imagine if you could be in flow state for 2 hours, you can get your day going. So like red light therapy is going to help to remove the adenosine from your body. Then you want to fuel your body with Shilajit, Mind Hack, and stuff like that. And then you want to detox your body also from all the bad stuff from before. That's why the sauna is good.
mm.
The list is so long for the sauna in terms of red light and sauna combined, what it does for your body. Those are all natural way used for century that we forgot. And now we people just take Adderall, Xanax to go to bed, and fucking caffeine. That's the cocktail. It's like it's not healthy. So when you start changing and doing things that really gonna impact you in the right way, uh, that's what matters. Like that's gonna make a huge difference. And for me, it's like the red light plus Shilajit is my coffee, but even better because I feel good for the rest of the day.
Will you speak a little bit more to Shilajit? We love Shilajit. We'd love to try your product.
Yeah,
And I know it's
I'll
good for
send you
so
guys
many
some.
things.
Yeah, like what's the deal with it? Why is it good for us?
Okay, so it was funny because I've been in the industry for 17 years, and like 3 years ago, I had a guy that's like similar to me, you know, like a guy that done it all, did all the psychedelic, that did everything, and I'm like, if you had one supplement to take for the rest of your life, what would it be? And he's like, Shilajit. I'm like, Shilajit? The fuck is that? I'm like, I heard it, but I never consumed it. I don't know. I don't have it, and I have every supplement on the market you can imagine. So I'm like, okay, wait, I'm missing something. If that's the one supplement, so and I've been taking testosterone since I'm 16. So by the way, guys, you can still have kids, as you see, there's no problem. I do TRT, and I compete in Mr. Canada. But the thing is, my go-to was always testosterone to boost my tests. The thing is, at some point, I wanted to see how Shilajit is impacting. Like now, I'm gonna talk for men, and then I'm gonna go for women because explain the difference in between. So the thing is, I stopped completely testosterone for a whole year while I was researching my product and trying different stuff for Shilajit, different Shilajit. And I had the same thing. I was waking up hard. My libido was kicking. Everything was amazing. Like I was on TRT. So I was like, God damn it. Okay. Like, and I didn't train for like a year and a half when I was in Florida, and my shape stayed. Yeah, I've been training for a long time, so it helps. But the Shilajit, not only for men, it boosts your testosterone, your libido, your energy, your stamina. It detox your body, and it's the product with the most fulvic acid. It's like 75.
Fertility.
Yeah, it boosts fertility. There's so many things that it does. Now women are gonna be like, wow, if it boosts testosterone, am I gonna get like manly? No, because for women, what Shilajit does is regulate hormones. So for women, it regulates your cramp for your period. It regulates your estrogen, your testosterone, because women have more testosterone than men in terms of free testosterone in the body. It's just the way that we use it. Men use it more, but it's gonna regulate it, make sure it's balanced. And it's the number one thing in the world. It's actually coming from the Himalayan mountain, and it's the tar, the black tar from the mountain. So the thing is, um, the normal way of taking Shilajit that people used to do is putting the tar in a tea kind
Do
of
you guys
vibe.
take it like that?
We've seen it a few different ways. Yeah, the tar.
I've had it these like capsules, and I've also had it in a almost like a dropper, like a tincture. But most
Yeah,
of the time, I have a jar of it, and it's the tar,
yeah.
and
So the jar is complicated and it doesn't
it,
taste so good.
it
So
yeah, it tastes like
It
chewing
tastes horrible.
on a tire.
yeah,
And
so
it'll
I'll send
seal
you.
the jar shut
So
too, where it's like
Yeah, and it's
you
like
can't get it open.
So he made a product to make it
yeah.
better.
So I have the
show us.
product. It's a pouch with gummies inside. I put like a little bit of natural sugar in it in order for it to taste good. Like it doesn't taste like a candy, but it tastes good if for a supplement. So the thing is like the fact that the tar is still is in his form, and it's like in the gummies and stuff. It's the best way to get it. Um, so yeah, I mean, like Shilajit is number one for sure. Like if there's a supplement that I make sure that I take every single day is the Shilajit.
And
I've seen
and like for a man, how much do you recommend taking?
500 milligrams. So the thing is, I've warned my friend, like when you get the good stuff, like I told multiple friends, like only take two. And like there was one of my friend, he's very skeptical. He's an engineer, very into biohacking. He's 55 years old, like in better shape than me. Like the guy's amazing. And he was consuming quite amount of caffeine. So I was like, bro, just take Mind Hack and Shilajit. And then he's like, cool. And I'm like, only take two gummies, bro. And then 1 week later, he texts me. He's like, bro, I'm literally like every day, like I'm pumping it every day. And I'm like, yeah, how much gummies you're taking, bro? And he's like, 4. And he was doing a challenge of no jerking for a month, and he's like, bro, I fail. I do it every day now. And I'm like, yeah, but bro, don't take 4 gummies. Like, so I was like, it's 2.
Someone joked. He said, "Did you put what is the?"
Yeah, my friend was asking if I put Cialis in it because he's like, bro, I'm waking up so hard, it's not even funny. And I'm like, yeah, it's the good stuff. And not one friend, all of them. And I warned them. I'm like, make sure you only take two because it's the real deal. Like you're gonna feel it, and all of them within a week or two, you feel it. Like so, men are supposed to wake up hard. Like in society,
Hmm.
we don't really want to talk about erection and penis, and it's like talking about sexual organ is like almost a shame now. But it's like if you don't wake up hard, your body's not functioning properly. And when you take Shilajit and you're 55 years old and you wake up hard every day, it means something is working. It's like things are good. Yeah. So it's the only supplement naturally that is proven to boost testosterone. There was one that is called Tonka Ali.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
suppose that's
yeah.
some research.
I was gonna ask you about Tongkat Ali and also ashwagandha for testosterone.
Ashwagandha, nah, bro. The thing with ashwagandha is such a myth. Like people put it in product like it's good. Ashwagandha plays on your hormonal system, but not the right way. It also has a chance to boost your estrogen and stuff. I don't take any ashwagandha. I don't think it's a good supplement. I could do more
Mm.
research on it and check, but I wasn't convinced. Like I looked at it, I looked at the data, and I was like, not worth it for me right now. So I prefer taking Shilajit in its pure form, and then Shilajit is proven. It works. Everybody has result. Everybody that tried my Shilajit, they're like, wow. It's like I had a friend text me, like yesterday, a guy from Austin, a friend that was in LA moved. I gave him, and he's like, bro, like it's all the same. He's like, did you put like like Cialis in it? I'm like, nah, bro. It's just now you're working like you're supposed to, and they're
Mm.
like they're happy, like they're single, so they're having fun.
So, are there any concerns with Shilajit, like any side effects or things you shouldn't combine it with, or anything like that, or
Yeah,
is it
the
just
only
good for
side
everybody?
effect is you might lose some friend because when you become so smart from it, then people don't want to have you around. Nah, I'm joking, but babe, bring the other tripod, mine. So the thing is, there's no side effect. It's a natural product from nature, so you can take it as long as you want. Um, I'll say like just not to get sued, consult your doctor when America. But I'm gonna give it to my kid as soon as like I'm gonna do some research. I'm actually debating if I give it to Amaya soon or at 2 year. I need to do some more research for kids. But the thing is, it's good for everyone. There's no really side effect. The same with Mind Hack because there's no stimulants. You can take it all the time.
Hmm.
It's mushroom. It's a bunch of stuff. It's good. It's good stuff. So you can't really abuse it. The only side effect I'll say is if you go to 1 gram, 1.5 gram, you'll be very, very, very horny. So it's like it's a side effect because it's like if you don't have a partner or stuff, you might get distracted.
Wow, it's very interesting. Yeah, this lady's asked, or someone's asking anyway, Karis, she's asking, but what is it? Mushrooms? No, we're talking about Shilajit. We're talking about Shilajit. So Mike has a really cool Shilajit product where he's researched it, sourced the best Shilajit he can find, and he put it in a gummy form that's like easy to take. The regular Shilajit we're talking about, the traditional form is like this black tar stuff that
Yeah.
it tastes like
Think about
it tastes like
like
a car tire.
think about a black honey.
Literally.
It's like a black honey that tastes like dirt, like dirt, because it's from the rocks, Malayan rocks.
Force me every single day. He's like, "This is so good for you because it has over 90 minerals and stuff." And it was a different brand. It was when we were doing. It was like it would dilute into water, and I would literally take a shot, and I'm like, ugh, like I almost threw
Yeah.
up. It was just
When
horrible.
so the thing is when
I was like, I don't even care if it's good for me. I don't want it.
when I started the research, obviously, like if you wanted to be 100% optimal about everything, you should take the tar, because my product, I put a little bit of organic sugar and stuff. So some purists are gonna say like, oh, I want to take the tar. The problem is 99% of people that I wanted to make them taste the tar, they didn't want it. My mom didn't want it. The Celi didn't want to take it. My friends were like, tastes like shit. So at the end of the day, I was like, I'd rather have 2 grams of sugar in the morning and take the product because it's so good for you. So
Yeah,
that's the best way to do it.
yeah, and so Kavri Saab follows up with an additional question. So, what is it? A vitamin, a mineral? Is it something that's made in the body in smaller amounts?
So
No, it's a mineral supplement that's like a pitch. So it's tar, and it comes from I think that either the Himalaya mountains or like
yeah,
the Altai mountains.
it's from the Himalayan mountains. So obviously the Himalayan are on both sides. It's a big, it's the biggest chain of mountain in the world. So they extract it from there. And it's good for female and male. And it's the fulvic acid. It's the supplements that has the most benefit. If you want to read more details on it of all the science behind, you can go on my website. It's enhance.io. So it's enhans.io. And I have all the documentation on the product page for Shilajit. And for someone that was asking about mushroom, the other product, the Mind Hack, I'll grab it. I'll show you
Yeah,
the Mind Hack.
somebody, Mike, was actually asking, like, can you show the product and can you
Yeah.
say the website again? Like, where can you
Oh
get this
yeah.
stuff?
Yeah, so the website is Enhance, so it's enhans.io. And basically, I'll open a bag. Um,
And yeah,
so
Yanni also asked, hey, should females be taking Shilajit? If you just
Yes.
jumped
yes,
on, Mike just
I
explained
I take
it's
it
amazing
every
for
day.
women just as much as men.
Maya wants some, but it's a little gummy like that. So you take 2 gummy. There's 30-day dose in the bag. Now I'm taking double dose for you guys. Celi is gonna not like it, but it's a little gummy. You take 2 in the morning. I like it. It's like a treat. And then what I do is when I start my work session, like after, I'm gonna take my Mind Hack. So combine the two, and you're gonna be more productive than ever.
Yeah, definitely
Who
gives
wouldn't?
an energy boost. Like from my experience, I feel just more of an energy boost, and then obviously you don't feel this effect, but obviously it's nice to get all your like minerals all in once versus like taking a multivitamin, which we all know that a lot of the times with these multivitamins they don't even put the recommended dose of what you actually need. So everyone's like, oh, bye, take my multivitamin. It's like you're still not getting the daily doses that you need.
Well, and I
Yeah,
think that, go ahead, Mike.
yeah. The thing also with all those supplements that are natural and without stimulants, so Shilajit and Mind Hack that I created, like if you're used to take a monster at 300 milligrams of caffeine, you might not feel like, oh, I have a kick because it works very differently on your body. So the thing is, like people take an Adderall and it deplete you have different hormones in your brain, and Adderall and those drugs, they're gonna deplete, same as caffeine, they deplete your energy to give you a burst right now. But this will impact the rest of your day and your ability to focus even the next day. So when you're gonna take natural compound from nature, mushroom, and all those good like alpha GPC and all that stuff, you're not necessarily gonna feel right now. Like depends. Celi, she does feel a kick from Inac. I don't because I'm used to nootropic, but it's not like a stimulant. So you won't feel jittery. You won't feel like all over the place. You'll just feel focus and flow. And the more you take the product, the more the effect compound. Kind of like microdosing. So microdosing mushroom, like the good mushroom, takes 4 months before you achieve a really peak of the neuroplasticity and how it connects with the brain. So all those natural supplement will do the same. So some people are like, oh, is it the same as shooting testosterone, like heavy testosterone? It depends. Like testosterone, you're gonna shoot so much that yeah, you'll feel a kick. But bro, you're shooting and like 4 times the normal dose you're supposed to have. You're
Mm.
not doing a testosterone replacement therapy. So it's all those details that when people switch to natural supplement and you're used to heavy intake of caffeine, first you're gonna have brain fog, you're gonna detox, it's gonna clean your body, and within a month you'll feel amazing. Like then that's when the real juice happens.
Yeah, we got a couple questions. I'm going to answer this one real
Oh,
quick. Kim Sean says, "Well, what are the differences between the two? Can you take both or take one of the products or not?" Yeah, Mike just said like he combines both of his products, his Shilajit and
And there's
different
also and
benefits.
his like mind hack.
But
But
there's a couple about the sauna. So one was like the speaking to Shilajit and the sauna use. Like, do they work hand in hand? And can you
Yeah.
speak about Shilajit and detox? And I feel like that's kind of the same. We can kind of answer that in one succinct answer, and it kind of
yeah,
depends on what cell.
this is actually an important point in the use of sauna. So with sauna, you're regenerating, rejuvenating your body, and you're detoxing at the same time. So you're
Yeah.
removing all these things that don't belong, nanoparticles, heavy metals, pesticides, all this junk, all this pollution, right? It's leaving the body, and now it's creating space, literally space, and also opportunities for your body to take in minerals and put them in the places they need to be. So when we use sauna like on a daily basis, we need to be looking at what we're eating, and like we need to replenish our body with good minerals, like really high mineral doses, and but in the right ratios, you know, in the ways that we find in nature. So like you can't just do sauna and just, you know, go eat at McDonald's or whatever. Like you need to be fueling your body
Yeah.
with the highest quality minerals and vitamins and like nutrients to really like shift your body's homeostasis to put you to really optimize. And so it sounds like what you're saying is more than anything like Shilajit for minerals for the body,
Yeah.
for mineral replacement, for
So
like
Shilajit
high
would be
potency
like
nourishment.
Shilajit would be like for the body, the overall, the energy, and Mind Hack is more dedicated towards your brain and neuroplasticity and focus and clarity. And they work hands in hands, like product, a lifestyle. So the thing is, sauna, red light, they all work hand in hand with everything. It's a lifestyle. So it's like for me, it's a routine. So I'll do my meditation. So when I start my day, I'll have my reading. I do habit stacking. So I'll read and hydrate in the sauna. Like I don't do the sauna when I read. I just do the red light. So the thing is like, and it's a good feeling. Like you should do also cold plunge and all that stuff. But the difference with cold plunge and sauna is like the red light always feels good. The sauna is always the cold plunge is always a pain in the ass. It's like you don't want to go in it. So it's like you're always
Yeah.
down for red light therapy, but you're always not down to do cold plunge. So it's like it's a easy habit to take because it feels good and it's easy. Like having your red light, even like when we chill or when I meditate or when we do just sessions, sometimes I just use the red light at night. Also, I'll open it like we have this room here with like the pod and the everything. So at night I don't use like big lights, or I won't use like the incandescent bulb that are from the ceiling. I just open the red light, and this is the light for the cooling down of the day. So those are all habits and stuff that are cool from the red light therapy. And for me, it's like it's nice that I can do both, like sauna, red light, and use it however I want. And if I don't want to be so like hot, I can open it and be a little further. Like if I don't want to be hot, I just open it and I'm a little further from it.
Yeah, I've seen it be a whole family affair for you guys. You've posted on Instagram like the
Yeah.
dogs and a Maya, and you like
It's a
all like camping
huge
out.
part of our routine. No joke. Everyone gets super excited to go in the sauna. We're like, all right, like we literally wake up. That's the first thing we do. The dogs get super excited. They think that it's like their little like crate, I think, like in their eyes, and they like the warmness of it.
But Yoda is in it.
Oh yeah, actually.
He's there.
He's liking the grounding
Yoda.
mat.
Yeah, he's there. You don't see it so much. You see his toy. It's pink.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
So
like they
cute.
go in it. They just wait for us to open the light. Like everybody likes it. It
It's
feels
the
good for
favorite,
them.
our most favorite thing of the morning, literally.
Yeah, and it's like I have Frenchies, so Frenchies are known to have more like sometimes bone problems, some stuff like that. So I make sure that they do all the biohacking that I do. Like they come with me on the vibration bed. They come with me in the sauna every day. So the thing is like they're very harmonized, like, and it's good. Like it's good for everyone, dogs, everything, because also another thing that I was discussing about like with an holistic pet person, they were telling me like there's a lot of pet that have skin reaction because of all the chemical everywhere, and red light will help them too, the same as it helped us. So that's why I bring them every day with me in the red light.
Wasn't there a really interesting testimony of a dog's paw?
Yeah, and that answers actually one more question we got. So Karis asked, you know, what's the easiest cost-friendly way to incorporate red light therapy? Well, our product that's called the Glow infrared therapy light, that's the portable light that Mike is talking about. You can use it for technology fatigue. You can use it for like light, and you know, that evening light everywhere. But you can also use it for targeted therapy, and I think that's the case you're talking about. We had this review where this woman owned a dog, and the dog's paw had like this really bad tumor in it. It had a cancerous tumor in the paw, and it was like really bad looking. And she used the glow on the dog's paw like every day, like a couple times a day. And I think she said like the tumor, it was like 1 month. Within 1 month, the tumor on this dog's paw completely resolved, and it was like it was never there.
Wow, so interesting.
So yeah, all animals benefit from this. Dogs don't have sweat glands, so they cool down by panting, with their tongue. So as long as your dog is reasonably healthy, yeah, you could totally take them in the sauna, and they know when to get out. They know when they've had enough, but they have mitochondria in their cells just like us, and so they absolutely benefit from the red light too.
And honestly, like the thing with dogs, just like humans, they don't get enough sun, and because now most dogs is like, especially like let's say Frenchie right now, they're home dog, like they don't go so much outside. Like it's too hot for them in Texas, too cold, and in the winter they're like the little king, they want to be inside most of the time. Like dog get used to it, like. They have therapeutic bed. It's like name it. Like you know how the dog industry is. Everybody treat their dog like they're little babies. So the thing is, they don't get enough sun. Dogs back in the day, I don't say it was better, but they used to be let outside most of the time, and they had their home outside. Like and they were enjoying the sun. So just like us, they don't get enough of that good stuff. So red light is a good way to give it to them in a fancy way. Like if you do it for you, you do it for them. Like if you just bring them in.
Beautiful.
There are two things, because I know we're kind of running short on time. There are two things that I wanted to hit. One, before we get into extra savings, we'll share Celi's code, because I know people were asking for cost friendly. I think we also have a glow promo happening till the end of this month. That's just 10% off. I guess I'll just go into it now.
Go into it now.
10% off for the glow, and then if you use Celi's code, which I believe it's just CELI. Yes, then you can stack it. So if you're looking for the best way for cost friendly, purchase a glow this month and use Celi's code, and you'll get an additional 10% off of the already marked down 10%.
Yeah, and Celi's code is Celi.
Yeah.
CELI.
Yes, and so that's the big saving. So if you've made it this long, then definitely use her code. And I also didn't want to leave this live without talking about your mouth tape, because so just kind of tell us why you came out with this product.
Yeah.
And I think it's definitely relevant considering Brian used the sauna technology to help with his insomnia. So
this is we don't have a lot of time, but can you unpack it? Like why
2 minutes.
why would you
Take your
cover
mouth
your breathing
shut,
hole?
right?
Why would you do this?
So that you have a happier husband, right?
That's the best, man. I make her do it at 6 p.m. Just make sure she get most benefit.
It's funny because all the people, there's a lot of like memes and stuff. It's like, oh, I love that my fiance or wife is mouth taping. But basically, there's a lot of benefits, and it's been recent, and actually, it's become such a big trend within the last year. I think that I know a lot of people that have been even mouth taping for the last 5 years. But the problem is that a lot of the time we are mouth breathing. And what happens is when you're mouth breathing, you're not necessarily breathing the correct way. So, and also when you're like, when you're sleeping like this, it's causing you to, number one, snore. And then number two, you're also not getting the best quality of sleep, right? So when you actually tape your mouth shut, there's a couple of different benefits that happens. So number one, you get better quality sleep because you're nose breathing. Number two, you're also gonna wake up feeling refreshed. Usually people will get, 8 hours of sleep, 9 hours of sleep. You could even do 10. And why is it that people still wake up feeling tired, right? And then one of the biggest benefits actually, and why I made it is because with my brand specifically, I focus on products that are not only like wellness, but they have beauty benefits. And the biggest one, which I'm almost positive that it's crazy, it's like since a lot of my brand is female based, a lot of the girls are like, okay, great, I get good sleep, but I want the snatch jawline, right? That's I've had so many testimonies come in of people having snatch jawlines, and the reason why is because if you're constantly every single day, think about it, for 8 hours like this, eventually your jaw is going to start drooping down. We forget this is a muscle, right? So you need to train it. So when you tape your mouth shut, it is training this muscle to also stay like tighter, right? So actually
She gets excited by
so actually, people who have used my mouth tape within 2 weeks alone have seen a huge difference in their jawline
Wow.
structure. And this is what people are paying $800 at the esthetician to go get, their jawline filler. Or also it's like the turkey neck. I think that's what they call it. You can get rid of it by working out. Some people don't have time to work out, right? So mouth taping is a great way to just basically exercise the jawline, and also while getting better sleep. So what I did actually also is I'll actually show it really quick. So here's the packaging here. It's specifically formulated for women. Actually, it's funny. I have men use it too. They don't care about the pink, but I made it pink because before it was like almost like Scotch tape. So it's not really aesthetically pleasing. So this is a cute way to put it on. Actually, I'm revamping the design as well. And the problem with a lot of mouth tapes is they are completely closed. So sometimes you'll get really dry mouth because your mouth is completely shut. And then sometimes people get thirsty throughout the night. So this is a great way to be able to, let's say you want to drink out of a straw, you can still do it, but you don't have to use another mouth tape. So those are just some of the big things that my customers have loved from the mouth tape, and it's actually been a bestseller. We just launched a couple of months ago in September, and we just actually sold out, which is why we're revamping this design. But it's huge because of the fact that people take so many, like Xanax, people take melatonin, like so many
So many
things.
things for
When
sleep.
Yeah, when we forget about these natural things. Hey, right at night, do some red light, put some mouth tape on, put some magnesium spray on. You'll get the best sleep of your life. So we forget about all these natural remedies.
Wow, such a cool product. And so just to clarify, this is not like me putting duct tape on my mouth. This is like safe adhesive that's
Yeah,
easy to.
which also so it's skin safe adhesive, because also a lot of people get worried. Some people, I've seen people, they're like, oh, you don't have to buy those mouth tapes, just put duct tape. They do it, but also you're gonna get a bunch of irritation because it's not healthy material to put on your face. The skin space is specifically very sensitive. So yeah, this is very skin friendly. You tape it on. I'm actually gonna send you guys some. So try it out for a couple nights. Just see how you sleep, and then I actually I can't do it every single night because when I do it, I wake up a little bit too early, and I'm like, oh shoot, I need a little bit more sleep. But it's good because I wake up earlier. So for anyone who is like, you wake up and then you feel like you need to go back to sleep, you won't feel that with mouth tape. And again, the beauty benefits are always, who doesn't want a nice chiseled jawline?
That's so amazing. Well, I want to make sure that Instagram doesn't kick us off because sometimes they have a
Of course.
timer.
Wait,
But
I got a quick question. Mike, you put the pink lips on?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I do. Like,
All right.
on mouth tape, yeah.
well, I wanted to make another announcement too. So, in the light of learning about this mouth tape, I believe, Celi, that you are actually going to do a limited amount of a gift with purchase for anyone who uses your code for a sauna purchase.
Yes.
So
anyone who purchases a sauna, they will also, I am sending out some mouth tapes for you guys too. Actually, the best time, this is like the best kind of like nighttime routine. I see it as a trend on TikTok and Instagram. Everyone, nighttime routine, go in the sauna really quick, put the mouth tape, start doing some like breath work, and then go to sleep.
beautiful.
Beautiful. So again, if anyone uses your code Celi and buys a Firelight Sauna on sauna.space on our website all this month, um,
Yes,
Celi's, we're gonna.
There's a limited amount. There's a limited amount. So
yes.
it's the first how many?
The first 10 people.
The first 10. Oh wow.
Cool. The first 10 people. So you're gonna send out to each one of those first 10 people using your code buying the sauna one of your new mouth tapes.
Well, we'll send it out. We'll send it.
Yeah, we're gonna send it out. But
Yeah.
basically,
So you guys,
you're gonna
yeah.
you get to enjoy this cool new mouth tape product that Celi's created.
Yep.
Awesome.
Well, that was so fun and so lively, and we loved having Amaya as an added guest. She was a little bonus. So thank you guys for joining us and for this really rich, informative conversation about your product.
Wonderful.
Yeah, we're always open to doing this again, and I feel like it's always nice to obviously go live, because I think that, you know, a lot of people, you only get surface level information. You can only say so much in a 60-second reel, but obviously live we get to know a little bit more about the products, obviously red light, how it changed our life. So yeah, I'll let you guys go, and then again, I'll definitely be telling all my followers about this promotion this month.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
And hopefully we'll see you in Austin soon.
Yeah, we will.
Are you going to the Biohacking conference?
Maybe. We're not taking the company there this year with our rebrand. Everything's focused on just all of our mainstream stuff now. It'll actually be the first year we haven't gone in years and years and years. We've always gone, but we're pretty well known in the biohacker space. Where we're really pivoting now a lot more mainstream with things.
Yeah.
So we're taking a break this year.
Yeah. That's good. Are you gonna?
Go ahead.
Are you gonna visit for the biohacking, or?
Yeah, we might go and visit. I know I have some family that's going, so we might come just to attend.
We'll be in town.
Well, we'll see you.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll be in town in Austin, so we'll try to link up with you guys. Really grateful for this. Your guys' stories are awesome. Your wisdom, and just your beautiful love and your success together and the baby. It's just you guys are really inspirational.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Talk soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Much love.